Every story has a beginning, and for Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, it wasn't about being born into riches, it was about creating them. Elon Musk grew up in South Africa, a curious boy who loved computers and science fiction. He dreamed bigger than his surroundings, eventually leaving home to chase opportunities in North America. After building early successes with companies like Zip2 and PayPal, he set his sights on something much larger, using technology to change the world. Jeff Bezos' path started differently. Born in New Mexico, he was a bookish kid with a passion for science and invention. He climbed the corporate ladder on Wall Street, but in the mid-90s, when the internet was still new, he saw a chance others didn't. He walked away from a safe job, started an online bookstore in a garage, and that little bookstore grew into Amazon. 2 men, 2 beginnings. Both chasing opportunities, both driven by vision, and without knowing it, both stepping onto a road that would make them some of the most powerful figures of our time. Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos didn't just build companies, they built empires. Musk took Tesla, which at first was just a struggling electric car startup, and turned it into a global icon of innovation. He proved that electric cars could be fast, beautiful, and desirable. At the same time, through SpaceX, he made rockets reusable, something experts once thought was impossible. Bezos built his empire in a different way. What started as a small online bookstore grew into Amazon, the largest online marketplace in the world. But he didn't stop there. He launched Amazon Web Services, a cloud platform that now powers much of the internet. He created one of the most advanced logistics and delivery systems on Earth, one empire shaped by bold technology, the other shaped by relentless efficiency and scale. 2 very different strategies, but both leading to global dominance. From humble beginnings, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos didn't just build companies, they built empires that shaped the modern world. For Elon Musk, it all started after selling PayPal. Instead of retiring young and enjoying his fortune, he did the opposite. He poured his money into projects most people thought were insane. Electric cars? Back then, people laughed at the idea. Rockets that could land themselves? Experts called it impossible. Yet Musk founded Tesla and SpaceX, betting everything he had, even risking bankruptcy, because he believed those ideas could change humanity's future. Tesla wasn't just about cars. It was about proving that sustainable energy could be cool, fast, and something everyone would want. And SpaceX wasn't just about rockets. It was about making space travel affordable, opening the door for humanity to become a multi-planetary species. These weren't businesses for Musk. They were missions. Jeff Bezos, on the other hand, took a very different route. He built Amazon with a single mission, to be the everything store. It started with books, but Bezos had a bigger vision. Slowly, Amazon grew into the giant we know today, a place where you can buy almost anything with just one click. And it didn't stop there. Bezos expanded into cloud computing with Amazon Web Services, which now powers much of the internet. He even ventured into media, buying the Washington Post, and of course he launched Blue Origin to explore space in his own way. What's fascinating is how their styles differ. Musk dives headfirst into wild, risky ventures. Bezos builds step by step, quietly, methodically, until one day you look up and realize he owns half the infrastructure of the internet and global commerce. Both men turned bold visions into empires, one through fearless leaps, the other through relentless strategy. And together, they reshaped the way we live, work, and even dream about the future. Now, let's talk about one of the most entertaining parts of the Musk versus Bezos story, the race to be the richest person in the world. For years, the two have been neck and neck on the Forbes and Bloomberg billionaire rankings. One day it's Musk at the top, the next day it's Bezos. Sometimes, their positions even change within hours, as if they're playing a game of financial leapfrog with billions of dollars. Elon Musk's wealth is tied heavily to Tesla's stock price. When Tesla shares skyrocket, so does his fortune. At times, a single product launch or even one of Musk's infamous tweets can send the value of his company and his net worth soaring by tens of billions overnight. But the opposite is also true. When investors lose confidence, his wealth can vanish just as quickly. Jeff Bezos, meanwhile, built his fortune on the steady growth of Amazon. For years, as people bought more online and Amazon expanded its services, Bezos's wealth climbed steadily. Even after stepping down as CEO, his Amazon shares keep him among the richest of the rich. Unlike Musk's roller coaster, Bezos's wealth often looks more like a long, powerful climb, though even Amazon isn't immune to market swings. To put it simply, Musk's fortune moves like a rocket, thrilling, fast, but unpredictable. Bezos's fortune moves more like a freight train, slower, steadier, but unstoppable once it gets going. And that's why this race is so fascinating. It's not just about who has the bigger number. It's about two very different kinds of wealth, reflecting two very different kinds of empires. So when you see headlines like Musk reclaims world's richest or Bezos back on top, remember, this isn't a finish line. It's an ongoing marathon where both runners keep pushing each other further, higher and faster. When billionaires dream, they don't just dream of big houses or luxury yachts. For Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, their eyes are set far beyond Earth, on the stars themselves. Elon Musk has one mission burned into his mind: making humanity a multi-planetary species. For him, it's not a question of if, but when. His company, SpaceX, is building massive rockets with the goal of carrying people to Mars. Musk believes that if something ever happens to Earth, climate disaster, asteroid impact, or even human mistakes, we'll need another home. And that home, in his vision, is Mars. He talks about building cities there, complete with domes, factories, and communities of pioneers. Jeff Bezos sees the future a little differently. With Blue Origin, his dream isn't necessarily to abandon Earth, but to save it. He believes our planet should be preserved as a kind of sanctuary. His idea? Build enormous space colonies, giant rotating habitats in orbit, where millions of people could live and work. Imagine entire cities floating in space powered by the sun, while Earth stays clean and green. So you see, Musk looks outward, toward Mars, a brand new world. Bezos looks upward, into orbit, where he imagines humanity spreading out like never before. Two visions, both bold, both ambitious, but heading in different directions. And while it's easy to dismiss these as sci-fi fantasies, remember, not too long ago, the idea of ordering anything online in 2 days, or cars that drive on electricity, sounded just as crazy. These men have a track record of turning impossible into reality. The question is, whose vision will shape our future in space? Will we pack our bags for Mars with Musk, or move into giant space colonies with Bezos? Only time will tell. When we talk about Musk and Bezos, it's easy to get caught up in rockets and billions of dollars. But the truth is, their influence shows up in our daily lives, often without us even noticing. Take Elon Musk, for example. 10 years ago, the idea of driving an electric car sounded unrealistic for most people. Electric cars were slow, boring, and couldn't go far. Then Tesla came along. Suddenly, electric cars weren't just practical, they were fast, stylish, and cool. Today, Teslas are all over the world, and every major car company is racing to catch up. Beyond cars, Musk also pushes solar energy, giant home batteries, and even experiments with brain-computer interfaces through Neuralink. His message is clear. Technology should push us toward a cleaner, smarter, and maybe even more futuristic life. Now think about Jeff Bezos. You've probably used Amazon at least once, maybe more times than you can count. One-click ordering, packages arriving in a day or two, sometimes even the same day. That's Bezos's doing. He changed the way we shop forever. But Amazon isn't just a store. It's warehouses full of robots, logistics systems that span the globe, and delivery networks that make it all look easy. And then there's AWS, Amazon Web Services, which quietly powers much of the internet. From Netflix to your favorite apps, chances are they run on Amazon servers. So while Musk is busy changing how we move and how we power our lives, Bezos has already changed how we buy, how we consume, and even how businesses operate online. One is about reimagining the physical world: cars, rockets, energy. The other is about controlling the digital and logistical backbone of modern society. And the fascinating part? Both touch your life every single day, whether you notice it or not. That's the true measure of their influence, not just headlines, but habits. Behind every empire is a leader, and with Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, their leadership styles couldn't be more different. Elon Musk is the kind of leader who dives straight into the chaos. He's hands-on, emotional, and sometimes unpredictable. He'll walk into a factory at 3 a.m. to check on a production line, sleep on the floor until the problem is fixed, and then fire off a tweet that shakes the stock market. Some employees love his passion. They see him as a visionary who inspires them to push past limits. Others describe him as demanding, even exhausting, because he expects nothing less than the impossible. Musk thrives on risk, pressure, and speed. If something can be done in 5 years, he wants it in 1. Jeff Bezos, on the other hand, is the strategist. He's methodical, calculated, and deeply focused on long-term results. Bezos is famous for his obsession with customers. Every decision at Amazon starts with the question, how does this help the customer? His leadership style is built on discipline, long memos instead of flashy PowerPoints, endless testing of ideas, and a willingness to sacrifice short-term profit for long-term dominance. People who worked with him say he's intense but precise, a leader who can see 10 steps ahead while others are still figuring out step 1. So, you have Musk, the rebel innovator, charging forward with raw energy and boldness, and Bezos, the master planner, building brick by brick until his vision quietly takes over the world. 2 styles, 2 personalities, yet both effective. And that's what makes them fascinating. There's no single formula for success. Musk and Bezos prove that whether you lead with chaos or with control, what matters is the vision and the results. While Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are giants in business, they're also people constantly in the public eye, and their personal lives often make just as many headlines as their companies. Elon Musk is the showman. He lives loudly both online and off. If he has an idea, he tweets it. If he's frustrated, he tweets that too. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's shocking, and sometimes it costs him billions in stock value. Musk has had high-profile relationships, a big family, and even named one of his children with a string of letters and symbols that left the internet scratching its head. Love him or hate him, Musk thrives on attention and he knows how to keep people talking. Jeff Bezos is different. For years, he kept a relatively low profile, letting Amazon's success speak for him. But as his wealth grew, so did the spotlight. His divorce made international headlines, instantly becoming one of the most expensive splits in history. Suddenly, Bezos wasn't just the quiet mastermind behind Amazon. He was showing up at events, working out, flying on private jets, and making appearances that felt more Hollywood than boardroom. When he stepped down as CEO of Amazon, people wondered if he was finally freeing himself to enjoy life as one of the richest men alive, or if he was simply preparing for his next big chapter with Blue Origin. In many ways, Musk's personal life feels like a roller coaster, fast, loud, and unpredictable. Bezos's feels more like a transformation, from bookish CEO to global power figure. And here's the truth, their public images matter. Because in today's world, a billionaire isn't just measured by their balance sheet. They're measured by how much they capture people's imagination, spark debates, and stay in the spotlight. Musk and Bezos both know this, and whether intentionally or not, their personal lives have become part of their larger-than-life stories. When you're worth over $100 billion, people expect more from you than just running companies. They expect you to give back, to use your resources to make the world a better place. And both Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos have tried in very different ways. Elon Musk talks constantly about the future of humanity. His companies aren't just about making money, at least not in his eyes. Tesla exists to speed up the world's transition to clean energy. SolarCity, now part of Tesla, is about putting solar panels on rooftops. SpaceX is about giving humanity a plan B on Mars. Musk often frames his work as a mission. If these ideas succeed, the whole world benefits. Critics argue he could give more directly to charity. But Musk insists the biggest gift he can give society is to push forward the technologies that might one day save it. Jeff Bezos takes a more traditional route. Through the Bezos Earth Fund, he pledged $10 billion to fight climate change, one of the largest philanthropic commitments in history. He's also donated to education programs, homelessness shelters, and health research. Bezos believes that long-term thinking doesn't just apply to business, but also to the survival of Earth itself. And with Blue Origin, he envisions moving heavy industry into space so Earth can remain a beautiful place to live. In short, Musk contributes by building things he hopes will reshape the future. Bezos contributes by funding causes and organizations he believes can protect the planet. Two different approaches, but both with massive potential impact. At the end of the day, it raises a bigger question. Which matters more? Inventing the future or preserving the present? With Musk and Bezos, we get both. The dreamer and the guardian. Each trying in their own way to leave humanity better than they found it. So after all this, the rockets, the riches, the companies, the controversies, the big question remains, who's really leading? Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos? The truth is, it's not a simple scoreboard. Musk and Bezos aren't just competing for the title of world's richest man. They're competing for influence over the future. Musk is the rebel innovator, willing to risk everything on bold, almost impossible ideas. Bezos is the master strategist, quietly building systems so powerful they reshape how the world works. Musk has captured the public's imagination: Mars, electric cars, even brain-computer links. He thrives on excitement, chaos, and the thrill of pushing boundaries. Bezos has reshaped the foundation of modern life: online shopping, cloud computing, logistics. He thrives on discipline, long-term thinking, and steady control. And maybe that's the real answer. It isn't about who's better. It's about how their different paths complement each other. Musk pushes us to dream of new worlds. Bezos forces us to rethink how we live in this one. Both are shaping humanity's story in ways no one else can. So next time you see their names fighting for the top spot on the billionaire list, remember, this isn't just about money. It's about vision, legacy, and the kind of future we'll all inherit. In a way, Musk and Bezos aren't just leading. They're pulling the rest of us forward whether we're ready or not.